Yo. I mean, you can join the Discord VC if you want, but I'm probably not going to join it myself. Huh. They updated the design of the tornadoes, it seems. Also, the game is lagging out like heck. There's more tornadoes! The army grows evermore. Oh, I see. They're literally just a question mark. I will be the fattest, Geargonix. Watch me. Alright, guys. Choose. Alright, fat dragon it is. I shall be the largest dragon. The fattest dragon, actually. It's only a matter of time. moss. Live, laugh, love, moss. We gotta get out of here. What are disaster trinkets? I don't know what those are. All I have to say is that if you come from the COS Discord and you're asking me how to join, then you obviously didn't read the message itself and just pressed on the stream button. Because I literally put warning signs right above the stream, and it says, and for those of you who ask how to join, look in the description. I love my 1% buff to wait. Okay, I'm gonna put a pause on the music real quick. So, let me ask you guys a question. The message said Rise of Dragons. Today I will be hosting a raid all about dragons of Sonaria. All about the dragons of Sonaria. Put it simply, be a dragon. That's it. The thumbnail has a dragonic Soria. The first 6 letters of dragonic Soria is dragon. Bunch of people around us are dragonic Soria. What creature do you think you gotta be? I see. Rise, my dragons. We march. Murder. Quickly, we must escape. Cometh, my dragons. We march on Oasis. Alright, everybody group up over here. I got this. Beat him! Beat him up! Bully! Bully him! Beat him up! Beat them! Beat him up! We got him. We march! My dragons roar! I'm not the only one hearing this, right? The fattest Dragonics. My dragons roar! We did it! It's been beaten!
Oh, it just bit me.
Oh hey, is that Rig? It is not Rig. Guys, I don't like that or Neep. I don't like the Orneep. Get him! Murder them, Orneep! Get him out of here! I don't like that, Orneep! Get him! I don't like that, Erneep. Get him! We're getting aerated. Get to an underground shelter, they'll be weakened there. Oh, like that Sanctor. We love anarchy. The heck is happening over here? I don't even know what's happening anymore, I'm gonna be honest. We must retreat. We must regroup.
That thing is still.
They fight with no honor! We must retreat further into the mountains where dragons are meant to reside. Yorminder, run! Run! No! Oh gosh, they're coming. We gotta go. We must continue moving. We cannot stop migrating. We must reside where none shall find us. We must remain hidden until our numbers grow stronger. Rally at the swamp. From here, we will grow our strength until our numbers rebound. Oops. My bad. Man, these guys are so petty. Do not attack unless you are attacked yourself. I'm just gonna move the little... I'm moving the Nymphasuchus out of the cave so they're not gonna be in the crossfire. No honor among thieves. Quickly, seal the entrance. Seal the entrances. Build up the bedding, among other things. Rock and mud. Grab all the resources we need. Oh, mud. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Go, go, go! I'm gonna go find a rock. The heck is going on out here? What are you all up to? Where's a rock? I want a rock. Dangerous expedition. I got a pebble. This should work. Alright. Server's the last cause. We've been beaten so badly that it's just super difficult. Dragonix is in a really sorry state because they literally can't do a single thing to Flyers, and Flyers are able to abuse the crap out of them. Like, how the heck does an Orneep go toe-to-toe with a Dragonix Soria and is able to outmaneuver it? That's, like, such bad game design. Oh, it's fair that it one-shots babies, but like... It's a tier 2 that's bordering on the edge of tier 3, and they made it that strong. The balancing in this game is something else, but anyway, well, I'm gonna server hop to a different server because we're kind of boned here. There's literally nothing we can do. We will just keep getting hunted to the ends of the earth because people are petty. We literally left Oasis and they followed us. That is next level petty. I'm pretty sure I might have joined the same server, to be honest. Yeah. I noticed that the summary at the end there mentioned that people were discussing about the movement of people between servers, and I'm just like, are they stream sniping? I was honestly thinking of like saying, "Hey, we're gonna be moving the swamp so we can server hop." But if they were just, or like for example, I was thinking, "Hey, let's regroup back at mountains just so we could like server hop or something." But they just kept following us, and it was super difficult to try and organize in a way that would. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the Pharaoh. I didn't think much of it at the time. They were just following us, but I think they were just. I thought they were more curious rather than actually trying to just like dox our location in game, pretty much. The annoying part is that because of Roblox's update, I can't see any of their chats. Anyway, I'm gonna put on some like goofy music. Although I'm not sure. Here we go. Actually, wait, hold on. I have something better. I'm just gonna put on something we had on earlier. Oops, my bad. I'm gonna be so for real. The Somnia Eluse is incredibly sus, and I'm worried that it will try and jump us. Wow, these guys are petty. Alright, what's their username? They're getting blocked. Grab username, we're blocking them. That is the same Melantha that killed me last time. Ah, they have their smell disabled, so I can't block them. Look, if you're the dude who's the Melantha, how are you this damn petty? How are you this butthurt over a game? How do I have Frostbite, but it's Mythic season? This is not how I thought the event would turn out. Not only did I need a moderator to ping my event on the COS Discord because the bot is down, but now we're getting hunted through servers by incredibly petty people. That angry that they got hit like, what, 3 times? Or launched a couple times? I'm sure half the people that we attacked didn't even die. We died more times than the people in the server we were, like, quote unquote, attacking got hurt. I can't deal with this. If people are just gonna stream snipe the event, then I'm not gonna I'm not gonna waste people's time if they're not gonna be having fun. This was meant to be a silly little event I was hosting. We weren't really even meant to really attack anyone. I just thought I'd attack people for like one server just to see how it went. Obviously, it didn't go well because Dragonics is kind of buns in terms of attacking power and gets mogged by like half of all the roster. Originally, this was going to be a baby Dragonics raid, but then I realized that not everybody has a snowman plushie and doesn't want to take the time to just not like go back to menu, delete the slot, and then just to do all that. This stinks. Yeah, I can't really server hop or switch servers if I can't block them and they're just gonna join immediately again. So like if this is a pretty consistent problem, I gotta say. People just hide their scent, and you can't sniff them and see their username. Then when you try moving to a different server and they are stream sniping you, then you literally can't do anything because you don't know their username. You can't see what. This isn't how every raid goes. It's only a couple of the raids that are kind of aggressive. But like the last server really took this out of me. I wanted this to be a silly little event where we kind of just run around as Dragonic Soria because I like the run. It's really funny. Yeah, but Pugged, if I block the people who aren't in my pack, then the people who are actively participating in the that are actively participating in the event can't join me. That's the problem. I want specific people, plus that's a large amount of people to be blocking too. It wastes time. Also, to the person that said to use tier fours or fives for raids, I just don't like using those tiers for raids. They're slow to grow. Yeah, so as I was saying, tier fours and fives are slow to grow. They're slow, and they're just overall not that fun to use in terms of raids unless you spawn right where you want to be. Plus, it's just a lot more funny to be something goofy. Like, personally, I'd probably just prefer using a baby Dragonics rather than an adult one because I find that the sped up animations are funnier. This is honestly why I don't really this is honestly why I don't really play COS anymore. The PvP has gotten too sweaty, and a lot of the creatures I want to use for quote unquote raids or invasions just they're just too weak to really do anything. Dragonic suffers from getting jumped by flyers. Will to live doesn't really help it. That's just it only has 85 stamina. Oh wait, actually its sprint speed's pretty good, but like still. I'm not changing what we're rating as. I'm just like saying the game isn't what it used to be. Raids back then used to be actually fun. I remember crashing servers a lot more frequently in Legacy though. Like half the creatures I would like to use for raids that are goofy to look at or have goofy animations aren't that accessible to people. Like let me look for an example real quick. This might take a little bit actually. Because there's like so many options and I would really like to use a good option. Well, I mean, like here's an example. There's Golbini that has a goofy aggro animation where it looks like you're licking people. I did a raid with it, but like still, it's like these some of these creatures are not easy to get. Plus, flyers have just always been an issue within COS. They even in Legacy, like flyers were have always been like broken, and like Recode just makes it does it to a whole nother level. Malu doesn't breathe fire. It has acid breath. Yeah, you see, the thing with Pumflump is that it's not particularly strong. Most creatures that have a high enough attack power can just one shot it. It might have sticky fur, but the most you're doing is like hit and runs with it. I've wanted to do a Corbic raid, but it's a monthly special, and people usually just don't have the time to get it. I said a Corbic, the beetle looking thing with acorns on its arms. The thing about Recode in its current state is that there's so many like PvP X that you need to learn just to even be remotely good. Like there's backwards flying, there's like pecking people's eyes out, youth flyers by avoiding their like hitboxes. Because you could just as a flyer abuse that. I've always thought that if a flyer gets below like 50% HP, that they should just drop out of the sky, or like 35% HP, like 35% or lower, it should drop out of the sky because it's too weak to fly. That way, it would be a temporary fix to it as for a balance change. So that way, if someone is able to get a flyer that low, they can't just fly away before they get low enough for that. And you could actively try and kill them, but it would still give the flyer the chance to run away because they're not dead. And like half the creatures in the game that have Wing Shredder are honestly really confusing to me. I'm pretty sure there's only like 100 creatures with Wing Shredder. Yeah, well, you see, the thing about a flyer raid is that it just feels way too cheap. I want there to be a sort of difficulty to it. I want there to be a sort of difficulty to it. Not like it be super hard, but like, yeah, but like Doa is small and hard to hit because it can also glide. I remember doing. Sorry. I remember doing a Keywin raid, and that was pretty dang fun because, like, yeah, sure, sometimes we died, but, like, that's because we were able to at least get hit because we were swarming things. I just. I'm just not really in the mood to continue the raid, if I'm being honest. It's been close to like 2-ish hours at this point. Technically, we've only been doing this for like an hour and 30 minutes. It's that first server really messed me up. I'm trying to recall how many people we killed in the one server we were in. I'm pretty sure we killed like just the what was it? We killed like 3 people and then ran away because we were getting swarmed by like 5 different flyers and getting attacked by like 3 terrestrials that could all easily kill us. Like even the Orneep that we tried attacking only logged, and we couldn't really do much more than that. They killed more of us than we killed of them. I'm gonna try spawning as Dragonics, but if I get killed by someone that we've already encountered, I'm just gonna end the stream. That's like a what, like a fifth of the roster of creatures that has Wing Shredder. Oh wait, that's permissions. They keep changing things about the game so often that it's honestly just difficult to keep up anymore. What was I looking for again? Oh, wait, titles. There's over 448 creatures in the game. That is about a fourth of all total creatures that have wing shredder. The amount of people we have in game, at least, is not looking too good. We only have like 3 Dragonics. This isn't that much. And that looks like a creator starred OA. Pretty sure it might actually be a creator starred OA. Just based on looks. Oh, nice. I remember nesting as a Oasteris before. Letting people have the chance to get something like that. I'm gonna kick the 2 non people. What is? I need to look at her Neep. I'm sorry. Okay, so you're telling me Orneep has almost as much health as Dragonics, but has less overall weight, but deals 320 total damage. So what you're telling me is that they basically gave a tier 2, tier 3 stats. It has more stamina, it is faster, it deals more damage, has almost as much health, but the only downside to Orneep is that it weighs less. It is basically a really fast tier 3. Who thought this thing's stats was a good idea? Genuinely. It has keen observer, it has soft landing, it has the ability will to live, it has frosty, it has power charge, and it has a bunch of resistances. It has 60% frostbite block, 35% bleed resistance, 40% poison resistance, 50% necropoison resistance. They basically made a super buff tier 2. And it only takes 18 minutes to get to full growth. They need to nerf Orneep again. Like, lower. What does Divination even do? I know that it has negative spite, which means that it's dealing healing damage whenever it activates that, but I'm pretty sure it has Raider and Divination. Why does Orneep need Divination? Okay, well, one thing that it has going for it is that it has a bite cooldown of 1.2, which is actually higher than Polymonstrum, but still, all it has to do is hit and run tactics, and that bite cooldown is basically nothing. I'm also genuinely curious what the heck Divination is. Divination is an active ability. Upon activation, the user charges a bar which summons 3 orbiting charms. When it finishes filling, attacking pack mates will apply healing and heal ailments, while attacking enemies deals bonus damage and burn. Attacking anyone uses up a charm. The charm lasts for 30 seconds before dissipating. Canceling the channel early by pressing the ability button again or attacking will grant their effects immediately. If the user attacks a pack mate before the divination bar fills completely, the pack mate will receive the 3 charms instead, and can use them the same way the original user can. The ability has a 120-second cooldown. So you're telling me that an Orneep can basically give these things to a Hygos? Seems. Oh, hey, yeah, no, I was given the little charms. I'm not sure where I might be able to see that, though. So basically, what you're telling me is that our Neep is basically the ultimate assist. It can boost damage massively and do a bunch of other miscellaneous things. Also, I have no idea where the heck food is. Alright, so basically, Orneep can boost the damage of others, can boost the damage of itself, can heal its teammates in combination with Spite, and a bunch of other things that are not very fun. Yeah, no, 862 damage, heal power is a lot of heal power. One thing to note is that I'm only barely just as much as, I barely weighed as much as the Orneep, being a baby Dragonix. Let me see how much Dragonix weighs when fully grown. Dragonix has a total weight of 3,500 and has a health of 4,000. I mean, it is slightly slower with 113 sprint, has a faster bite cooldown, which doesn't matter because the Orneep can run away, quickly turn back, bonk you in the head, and then continue to run away, and you will never catch it unless you grab it and then hit it a bunch. Orneep is basically a hit and run specialist with intense support, like healing support options. Because if it uses the charm and spike combo, I'm assuming it can get some massive healing in. Yeah, no, is like this is barely even a raid at this point. I'm gonna be honest. We're kind of just existing as a couple of loosely connected Dragonics that really can't do anything other than watch as we get pecked apart by flyers if we even get remotely jumped by, or if we even remotely try and do anything to him. Yeah, I just accepted my fate. Of course, it's superb. Well, I'm going to be leaving and ending the stream because I cannot deal with this game anymore today. If there if people are going to be this petty about a game where they die as something like this, and I'm just not gonna play. Because like seriously, actively enjoys a game where people are gonna be so petty as to constantly chase you throughout every server you want to go into? That's next level pettiness. I would have had the stream go on for longer, but like these last 30 minutes have basically just been me ranting about the game, and that's not very fun to listen to. You don't want to listen to people rant about something and also not really be playing the game. It's not fun. Oh, so the thing is that I didn't want to rant about the game. I wanted to play the game. I wanted to enjoy the game. I wanted to hang out with people who played the game. I didn't want to go on a 30-minute side tangent about complaining about the game, how it sucks to play because people are just so sweaty and petty about like getting killed by like as a Manawi or something. I'm gonna play as my Grimace, which is a very fun creature that is my favorite because of reasons. and is probably also the oldest thing in COS still living since Legacy. But like, yeah, no. It's just like I really, really do want to enjoy this game, but it's come to a point where it's just anything I do just feels like a chore, an utter visceral chore. And I don't want it to feel like a chore. I want it to be fun. I want to have fun. I used to have fun. But like the game has just gotten to a point where it's like it's only about the money. That is literally it. The devs are really just focusing hard on money. There's like nothing to do anymore. The game has gotten to a point where it's just a grind fest where all you're doing is either grinding shrooms or grinding literally anything else. It's just not fun in a way I would enjoy. There's so many creatures. Even though I'm a collector of creatures and would like to get to the end game as fast as possible, there's literally no end game in this thing. There's no end game in COS. The only end game there is like collecting everything, and that's like impossible to do, just due to like how expensive everything is. Like I am not the richest person in the game. Like seriously, I may have 700,000 shooms, but that is cheap compared to other people's money. I've seen people in Trade Realm who have gotten over 10 million shrooms just by using the trade, just on their trade stall. But like, there are honestly so many other games that are better than COS at this point. That's not even me joking. There are better games than COS, and if you even remotely try to play COS in its current state, you will give up within like the first 10 days because it's just way too grindy to get all those creatures. And once you get a creature you remotely enjoy, what else is there to do? The only other thing is to grind out for other creatures, and that's just not a sustainable thing. I'm just gonna accept my fate. There's nothing I can do. Like actually, what am I supposed to do against that? I There's literally nothing I could have done. Literally nothing. Flyers have gotten to the point where it's just super cheaty to be using them, and I just don't like it. The game is not fun. Genuinely, it is not fun at all to play. Flyers have gotten to the point where they're just so broken to use that if you even play as anything else, you're going to get demolished in such a little amount of time that it's actually crazy. And people consider this game to be in a somewhat balanced state, which is insane to me. Yeah, but the thing is, Twilight, is that if you don't have friends who want to actively play the game or are busy a lot of the time, then what are you going to do? There's, I am a very forgiving person, but like seriously, the game. I am a literal content creator for COS, and I am saying that this game is in a state of unsustainability. If they do not change something to make the game more engaging and fun, then the game will start to die very quickly. Once Harp Isles comes out, there are a lot of people who are definitely going to be switching to that game. That is not a joke. And it Harp Isles might finally give COS a reason to actively improve their game. And if they don't change how they're updating the game, then the game is going to die very, very fast. If you're something I want to say personally that I absolutely hate is that if your game focuses way too heavily on gambling and if like gotcha mechanics, gambling, or like, PvP, and you're primarily like advertising yourself as a survival game, then just stop. What are you doing? Like, don't even advertise yourself as a survival game at that point. You are a PvP gotcha game at that point. It just sucks because I genuinely enjoyed this game at a point, and it's sad to see the state that it's in. The PvP is sad, is people are just abusing the hurt boxes of ant creatures in the game. I gave a suggestion on Harp Isles that creature like flyers specifically should have a debuff called Too Weak to Fly, where if they get damaged too much, they are unable to fly in their totality. And if they get the debuff in the sky, they take reduced fall damage if that is ever added. What is it mythical? Cool. Don't call someone unemployed. It makes you look bad. If the people in the first server didn't chase us around the map, actively hunting us down, I probably would have continued doing the Dragonics bit where we like weren't gonna actively attack people. But like my mood is down the drain now. I literally don't have any reason to play COS. I have like all the creatures I would ever want. I have I really don't have a reason to play COS anymore. I don't have a drive. The only reason I play COS is to do content for it. And that content isn't even focused on the actual gameplay experience in game. It is a simulated reality where people act like they are actually surviving in a game and aren't just using the same 5 creatures. If you actively want to have fun in this game, don't try. Like just don't. You're not gonna have an easy time finding it. I implore you to try, but I'm just telling you right now that finding this game fun and enjoyable is super difficult. It's pretty much impossible to do. I'm glad you were able to find enjoyment in the easy game, Elijah, but like let me tell you all, the people that are watching at least, how long I've been playing the game. But first, give you guys the opportunity to guess how long I have played COS for. I have been playing Creatures of Sonaria since they first announced. Well, no, actually, I have been playing COS since it was originally called Creatures of Agartha, or at least I've been a part of the community since it was called Creatures of Agartha. And you want to know how long ago that was? The game changed its name in 2020 around winter. I have been playing this game since I've been playing this game basically since June of 2020, or whenever the open beta for COS, legacy open group beta for legacy opened up. But I can tell you for certain that I've been playing for 6 years. And in those 6 years, I've come to realize that the game is no longer a survival game. It just isn't. It's a harsh, it's a thin line. It's a very thin line, or it's a single jail cell away from where Adopt Me is. Gander, it doesn't matter what you're trying to give me. It's probably not really going to matter to me. I have so much. I have like over 100 revive tokens. I have like half of all the tokens in the game that I need. I don't enjoy nesting. There's no point to nest other people other than for cosmetics, or like getting traits that slightly boost your stats. And then you have to spend time in game for 24 hours just to grow to Veneration 5 so that minor boost isn't so minor. Alright, well, there's only like 2 people watching, so I'll see you guys whenever either the Subnautica 2 video gets posted, or whenever episode 5 of Sonaria Wilds comes out. Bye.